Okay, Herb, let's see what we got going. It says your task one was very productive and informative exercise. I say you couldn't find the human model, but you did get the assignment done. Okay, indoor outdoor flash. You did crop it. I looked at the images already. You cropped it, filled the frame with your subject. That kind of comes right out there, and it just shows the flash in usage and everything. Okay, use the white flash head card to soften the flash, and then you went on and you went and crop the shots a little tighter, adjust the highlights. Okay, perfect. Softbox, I'm wondering which one you use. Just use a Lumaden bounce that attaches to my flash head, and then if I have to, I'll just put a tissue or something over there to just diffuse the harsh lighting. Trying to work with her hands. I saw that you changed that image. It's much better. We got her face in there. She's smiling. We got the fish. We got that. We got the client. Everything just works in there. It's very tight. It just works out. Okay. Your proposal remains unchanged with the tropical storm approaching. Look, safety first. Okay. My sister is actually leaving today. She's actually getting out of Florida right now, and I told her to try and come up to the East Coast much quicker than she normally does, because that's going to be heading over towards this way the end of the week. I'm glad that you got all this done. It worked out well. Let's go over to the images. I'm just going to move this here, and as we can see, let me go back here. There we go. I'm going to go back to the doll images, and we're going to see where you cropped much tighter, filled the frame. It looks like it's softened up a little more as well. Hoping you open that up using the dodge tool rather than the burn. We still have that highlight in the flash. It's good. Shows the catch lights, even though this doll already has catch lights. Excuse me, catch lights in her eyes already. They're actually made in there, but they're not really, but just for the way the toy was designed. You've also softened up some of the highlights, and here we can see some detail in the hair now. When you get that white without detail, that's when it's just a little too harsh, but here we can see the details in there, so that was done well. Here you got some without, but that's comes with the territory. You can see it's still in here missing, so you're not going to be able to recoup that unless you're in here. You got a little more here, this one, than you actually do with this one. You get that when you have a raw file as well. When you have a raw file, you have so much more varied parameters than you do shooting a JPEG or a TIFF like that. Shooting raw allows you to capture some of the areas that you may have burned out in here with your highlights and your shadows as well. So that's one of the things that you want to keep in mind. We go back to this one here, and we have the interior shot, very dark, very underexposed, and here, not looking too bad. We have some highlights again, but you did capture the detail in the highlights here. If I go in there, we can see that you're just missing a little bit, but that's not too bad. Not too bad at all, and I'm glad that you cropped that a little tighter. So let's go to the last one here. If I can move this, I'll be okay. There we go. And I'll move this right back up. Okay, so here's the shots that I said it's fine. It was just fine. Just needed to be opened up a little bit in this area. Okay, looking good here. And then here is the one that I wanted you to change. Now we have a nice diagonal coming in here. I'm going to reduce this a little bit. Nice diagonal coming from this corner into that corner. So we start over here. We got this red object with a diagonal leading us into the photo. Her face, his face connecting. We see the connection between the two. You got your deckhand, you got a client, you got your redfish. Very nicely done. Okay, just it works. Maybe I would have cropped a little more on the side over here, but I do like having the rod tip in here. Maybe a little more on the edge to show the distance between the rod tip and the frame. We do see it in here. It's very slight. In here, maybe just a little bit more on that side if I was going to do it in that manner. Okay, but otherwise, I think these images work out well. You've evaluated your work. You've corrected what I have said in the prior feedback, and I'm hoping that these new YouTube videos are a lot easier to access than the capture system that they have built into our software here for the school. Doesn't seem to be working. I already have 3 tickets on this to the tech support, letting them know, hey, something's wrong here, and I've talked to a couple other teachers, something is wrong, that it's not allowing the students to actively see what the critique was. So I'm switching over and using the YouTube videos and hope that works out for you.